Good afternoon to all of you. Today, since morning, all of you are hearing a different aspect of coal-based and different other areas, solar and other areas of this energy sources. But my topic is a bit different from that of the other topics. So here I would like to share my journey from 1G to 3G. So this is a biofuel which is getting produced. And when we are just talking about the different issues, since morning you have heard of the environment and this pollution and various issues. But today I would like to bring the nexus, that is a food, energy, and the environment. This nexus is very, very important, and it is playing a very important role as far as today's our environment or energy production unit is concerned. Now, since morning, we have heard of this rapid use of this fossil fuel, and we have also heard that, yes, that a gradual depletion of this particular fossil fuel, and there are different reasons thereof that, yes, and if I tell you that, yes, since morning and my previous few speakers, they have emphasized on the use of this electricity and its production. So I'm just showing one picture in 1940s Howrah station and today's Howrah station. So it is very clear that how the energy uses are increased, and it is continuously getting increasing with the name of the development and so on. So if we see the global perspectives, then if someone is asking us that name the 5 countries, topmost countries, and within the 7 to 8 years of time, that they are the prominent and they are playing a significant role as far as the energy related issues are concerned, the 5 names which are there are US, France, China, Indonesia, and Brazil. In India's name is nowhere coming, and this is the point of our concern, and maybe that is the reason why we all are we all have assembled here to discuss the constraint that why not India. And when I'm just talking about this, I'm very much talking about the solid biofuel, liquid biofuel, and gaseous biofuel. At the same time, when we are just talking about the different uses of this bioenergy, we can clearly visualize that transportation is one of the sectors where the maximum uses of this bioenergy is required, either in the liquid or gaseous biofuel. Electricity generation and heating purposes are some of the just important areas where we can have this type of uses. Now, if we see the different the production, total production of today's that biofuel in 2018, then we can find that the production of biofuel, total world biofuel, is coming. I'm talking about the liquid biofuel, and here it is coming 152.5 billion liter of biofuel which are there. And here, when I'm just showing you the data with prediction, then it is giving us a clear visual picture where I'm just showing India and its expected this visualization. I don't know whether my mouse is working or not. So this is the Indian scenario, and we can clearly see that yes, there is a huge demand, and it is continuously getting increased. But if we see the total global perspectives, then we can see that we can conclude that China is expected to be the big growth market in biofuel for coming next 5 years. So this is the one important issue, that the requirement or our need is gradually getting increased with time. And if we name 5 major players of these industries who are already in this particular biofuel or bioenergy production, these are some of the names which I'm just displaying, and they are playing a significant role in the area of biofuel and especially the biodiesel market. When I'm just talking about the production part, the another part of what I have mentioned in my first slide, and mentioned that food, water, and environment. Now, where is the problem? If we see the transportation area and uses of this biofuel, we can find that the gradual emission of this emission and environmental pollution has reached to such a place that it is now the warning. It is just warning us that yes, in which way we should go and in which way we should reduce the emission. And when we are just talking about this reduction in emission pattern, we are talking about the renewable sources. And this is the pattern of reduction with the increase in the uses of the bioenergy. And that is why this bioenergy is now the hot topic, and renewables are also being talked by many of us who were not very interested to talk about this in last 2 decades. So if now from the global perspectives, if now I come to the Indian scenario, then in India, if we see the journey from first generation biofuel to third generation biofuel, then I can completely divide this first generation to third generation by a second generation, where first generation here, the controversies which we used to do earlier, now those controversies are not there with the new biofuel policies which have been framed by Government of India. And we are now converting, or we are planning to convert the sugarcane or sugarcane juice to biofuel, or bagasse to biofuel. So when we are just talking about a different lignocellulosics or waste rice to biofuel and so on, then we can have a detailed scenario of this, that first generation, which is talking about those type of raw material which can be utilized. Second generation is the lignocellulosics that can be converted to ethanol, the liquid biofuel. And third generation is the uses of more that my earlier someone was talking about, the carbon positive, carbon negative, carbon neutral, different processes. And here in the research and developmental purposes, we are now trying to develop the process product which is not even carbon neutral but carbon negative. And when we talk about this carbon negative product process development, we talk about the 3G bioethanol production, 3G liquid biofuel production. So when we are just talking about the first generation, so here this broken rice to ethanol. So this, it can be considered as a potable ethanol. It can be used for anything and everything. So this is some of the research activities which is being carried out at IIT Kharagpur, and we have transferred this technology for commercialization, and it is now in a large scale production of waste rice to ethanol production. Regarding the second generation biofuel production, we are taking any lignocellulosics, and those lignocellulosics are being utilized. And here the major emphasis I have given, that in my first slide I was talking about the food, water and environment. So here our major thrust is to go for the product process development which is totally free of chemicals, so that the environmental pollution, either the soil or water bodies, will not be there. It will be a totally biotechnology based product process development, and with that purview we have started since last almost 2 decades. We have develop a process for 2G ethanol, which is completely free of chemicals, and where not a pinch of chemicals are being used. And we have filed 4 patents on this product. And this product, this process is so nice that it is just drastically reducing the amount of water uses, and this water being a biotechnology based product, and it is, this water can be recycled back, and this is the process and the technology which we have developed at IIT Kharagpur. And entire reaction which is carried out in this particular process is carried out at room temperature, say for example 30 to 33 degrees centigrade, and the process is so fast that within 24 hours of treatment time, the raw material, the lignocellulosics, are getting converted to ethanol. And when this product process is getting developed, obviously being the industry personnel, you will be very much interested to know the cost or price of that ethanol. And I would like to tell you that must be all of you knowing that Government of India has given a fixed price for ethanol, selling price of ethanol, and our product process which we are developing, it is with the biorefinery concept, where the byproduct which are getting developed is further getting utilized for some other value added product. And when we are considering the value added product, it is, we are naming it that it is soil to soil technology, where no that pollutants or byproduct which is getting produced is creating environmental hazard. And when we are just going this type of product process development, we are just getting this product in a 0 paisa when the byproduct cost is getting considered. But when we are not considering any byproduct, within 26 to 28 rupees 1 liter of ethanol is getting produced, having the purity of 99.9999%. So this is the eco-friendly process product which we have developed at IIT Kharagpur. At present, we are just going for the thrust to go for the making it more eco-friendly, and where these no environmental hazards will be getting generated. And here what we have done is that clubbing this particular process with the biodiesel production. As you know that there are different types of biodiesel sources which can be considered as edible or non-edible sources, which are plenty available in our country. But what we are talking about is the not the plant source, but we are going for the oleogenous microbial sources, where in the laboratory, when we have gone that the particular the lipid moieties which are getting produced is getting enhanced, and when we are just getting more the lipid, more will be the diesel, biodiesel, and more will be the cost effective product. So here in the laboratory, we are trying to optimize the maximum lipid accumulation within the microbial sources. These microbes may be these microbes may be fungi, these microbes may be bacteria, and within that we are just trying to accumulate lipid, and we are going for the our transesterification process, and we are going for the scaling up of this, and these are some of the mixed process where the oleogenous microbes are accumulating their lipid moieties within it, and we are going for this biodiesel production. After harvesting the lipid, the other carbohydrate moieties which are getting produced is transferred to the saccharifying tank for bioethanol production. And that way we are trying to go for an integrated process product development. And this way we are just addressing the ethanol as well as diesel production. And this is the current price of this biodiesel, the normal diesel petroleum products in our today's date. And that is why I'm just telling that, yes, if we can go for 5 to 20% blending of this ethanol, I think we can address, and it will be a pollution-free environment. And with this, I would like to thank you all for patiently hearing. I'll love to answer your question if any. Thank you very much.